episode 5 of Short Vidz. In this video I'll be discussing how being a composer can actually help you construct a guitar solo or a solo on any other instrument. Now, I've been creating music since I was about 12, 13, 14. I used to write songs with a friend. He played acoustic guitar, I played recorder, little plastic job, and I used to write poetry and bits of plays and songs, and he would put the music to it. Later on, when I started playing in bands, I was the principal songwriter, or I used to be the co-writer, where I would write with the guitar player or whatever. But at that time I didn't know how to read or write music. I just had melodies in my head. I had a good head for melodies, harmonies, arrangements. I just had that kind of gift, if you like. So I would go to the guitar player and I would hum the tune, and then I would sing a melody, and he would say, all right, you're in E, or you're in F, or you're D, or you're A minor, or you're B, or B flat, or whatever it may be, and he would construct the chord sequence for the melody. And if I had an idea about a bass part, or a certain guitar riff, or what a keyboard should put in, or a sax, or whatever it may be, a synth part, then I would tell him these different things, and we would work on constructing the whole thing together. It was only later on that actually I started teaching myself from books, and then much later on teaching myself from DVDs as well, like audio DVDs, not visual DVD type things. But once I learned the basics of how to read and write music, the basic stuff, I was actually a drummer, and that helped me with timings for songs. The songs can be any tempo at all. The tempo is how fast or slow they are, but the actual keys, I think it's the time signature rather, not the key signature, the time signature tells you what type of beats are in the song. So a 2/4 song would be 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. A 3/4 would be like a waltz, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. A 4/4 would be 1 2 3 4 2 2 3 4 3 2 3 4, etc., etc. So I had to learn all these basic fundamentals about how to read and write music. And then when you learn the basics of how to read and write music, you can then start to look at what we call ornamentals. And this is taking a plain melody and making it a wee bit more fancy. This is where ornaments come in. You can embellish a simple phrase and make it 10 times more exciting and interesting to listen to just by using ornaments. Okay? And you can also use syncopated notes that don't come in right on the button. They either come in slightly after it or before it, and they add a bit of oomph and punch to that particular phrase. Imagine this. Right? I think that's Beethoven. But it's very much 1 2 3 4 3 2 3 4 4 2 3 4. It's right on the button. But imagine if you syncopated it and did it kind of jazzy. 1 2 1 2 3 4 da 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 dum ba da ba ba da ba 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 da 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 ba da ba ba da. See the difference? Or hear the difference rather? Number 1 is very robotic and on the beat. Number 2 that's syncopated and it's got a few wee phrases and articulations, as we call them, in it. It sounds much more interesting to the ear. once you learn things like this, it actually helps you to compose your own songs. You can start with a basic drum beat. You might start with a melody, you might start with a bass line if you're messing about in a bass. If you're playing on a guitar, you might have a riff. Now a riff is just a sequence of notes. It's sometimes called a phrase, where you have maybe 5 or 6 notes lumped together in a certain order or sequence and they sound good. And again, even with a basic riff, if you listen to certain guitar players, they'll bend the string, so they are slurring the note, as it's called. They're bending it up, or they're pulling it down, or they're hanging back a wee bit, or they're jumping in quick. All these little tips and tricks add interest to the tune. So you've got ornaments, as we call them, okay? You'll learn things like lower mordants, upper mordants, things like that, appoggiaturas, all kinds of little things. You'll also learn about where your song starts, where it finishes, how to repeat bars, how to tell people it's the end, how to miss the first bar and do the second. All these basics you'll learn if you learn music. And it's not complicated, really. It's fairly easy. Once you get it in here and the penny drops, you'll just sail ahead, no problem. So the point I'm going to make is that learning to read and write music was a tremendous bonus to me, because without that, you can certainly construct things, but you do come up against a brick wall at times. Now, on a guitar fretboard, you've got E, A, D, G, B, E. Okay, so the bottom and top string are both E, and in between you've got the G string, the B string, and the D string. Okay, you've got G, B, E and E, A, D. Okay, that's the strings, and you need to know where all these notes are on that string. So in music notes, if you started from C, it goes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then it goes back to C. So from C to C is 7 notes with an 8th note, top note added, to make what we call an octave. From C to C, D to D, E to E, F to F, and so on. Okay? So once you learn where these different notes are on every string on the guitar, then it helps you to work out your solos. Right, now there's a ton of videos on YouTube about that as well. That's not what I'm concentrating on. I'm simply saying to you, when I sit with my guitar and I've got an idea for a song or a phrase or something the band should be doing, I know exactly in here where I want to go, note-wise. And the difference with being a composer as opposed to a guitar composer, you see, I learned from an early age to start writing songs and writing out harmonies and things like that in my head. Not maybe physical, actual writing out, but in here I knew what I wanted, and that was half the battle. But I also learned piano and keyboards as well. As you see, I've got 2 here, and I've got an electric piano here as well, big full-length job. Learning piano and a piano keyboard was fantastic for me in terms of helping my compositional skills, because it meant that I wasn't tied down, because I could take what I had in piano and put it to trumpet, violin, guitar, whatever it might be. But the good thing about learning to compose in general is that on a piano, you're not stuck to the kind of things that guitarists learn, like pentatonic scales and stuff like that, which is your 5 notes, your black notes. You're not stuck to things like that. You've got lots of different notes and patterns to express yourself on. I'm not knocking guitar teachers or guitar teaching, because there's different modes that they can learn as well, Dorian, Locrian, Phrygian and all that stuff, Mixolydian. They'll tell you all that stuff. The point I'm making is, in here, I don't think piano or guitar or whatever. If I'm writing for an orchestra, I think of the type of instruments that I'm writing for. How does a flute sound? How does a sax sound? How does a tuba sound? How does a bassoon sound? How does a timpani sound? And this is what you've got to think of. If you're writing for certain instruments, if you're writing for stringed instruments, watch the way string players play their instruments. Listen to the sound of it. Get to know it a wee bit. What about the brass players? Listen to how they phrase their stuff. Who else have we got there? The woodwinds, you know, the flutes and things like that, the oboes, the bassoons. Listen to them and the sound they produce and how they feel. How do they sound in here to you? All these things will help you when it comes to soloing. Now, what's that got to do with guitar? Millions. Because, as I said, each time I pick up a guitar, I know exactly where I want to go without even having to play something. Now the problem is me being an intermediate guitar player. Guitar wasn't my solo instrument for 50 odd years. I played different instruments. I started on drums and then went to keyboards and then picked up guitar late. So I have to kind of learn lots of guitar techniques. I'm still learning yet, and I'm thankful to the tons of guys on YouTube, Marty Swartz, Steve Stein, Darryl Braun, Pete Thorne, Eric Blackman. There's a great teacher. The guy plays bass, keyboards, drums, guitar, you name it, he plays it. All these guys have given their time and patience to show me and people like you how to do things on a guitar. I'm simply talking about composing. Once you learn to compose and you get your notes in your mind and you know where you want to take them, it's only a case of working out on the guitar where you want to go. And my problem isn't what note should follow what note. That's a doddle for me. My problem is finding the note on the fretboard and familiarising myself with the notes where my fingers are going. It's a bit like playing scales or playing a certain riff. It's called muscle memory. Once your fingers know where you roughly want them to go and you've got the notes sussed out in your head, it's a case of practicing it. Some people say practice with a metronome, practice slowly until you can speed up slightly and speed up more and speed up more until it's at the speed that you find desirable. And that's a good thing to do. So get into reading and writing music. It will bring your compositional skills on in leaps and bounds. And if you're playing guitar or piano or bass, whatever it is, you'll be amazed at the creativity that comes out of your noddle when you start to learn to read and write music and brush up on your compositional skills. Okay, I hope that's helped you today, and I'll see you in episode 6. Now, one last thing to say. Please subscribe, like, comment and share to the other videos. If you want to see my music videos in action and the songs I've created, go to YouTube, type in Zeppoloid Creative, Zeppoloid Creative, Zeppoloid Creative. And if you want to read my music blogs, which will help you as well, you can go to www.medium.com, and you can also listen to them. If you're not a great reader, there's an audio option as well where you can listen to them, and there's a whole range of music related topics on those blogs. Okay, just to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.